to some degree. This life, it happens fast. I'll enjoy the time in this hourglass. Yes, I will. Oh, yes, I will. Yeah, I've looked in what I see. It's not what you think, it's what you're gonna be. 'Cause this world we're walking through, it'll dig you out or it'll bury you. Yes, it will. So now I know I'm alive. Oh, now I know I'm alive.
Think we got enough?
I think so, but we're gonna be cutting it close. So the project that we're gonna be working on today is finishing the interior of that big window wall that you guys most recently saw us finish the exterior of. However, we're cutting it really close on stain. We went to like different hardware stores and big box stores, and none within 2 hours of us have the Early American that is not the semi-transparent.
That's an issue.
So I've got a little bit left, and 1, 2, 3, 4 big boards left to go. So hopefully I can finish those.
Another issue we had with that wall, we have big gaps, big spaces between the windows, I think 14 to 15 inches wide. You can't find anything larger than like a 1x12 at Lowe's or 84 Lumber or anything like that. And a 1x12 is actually around like 11¼ inches. It's not really 12 inches wide. So we had to go to a local sawmill down the road from us, which is nice. And we had to get 1x20s. Now we got to cut those down to make those fit.
Yes, and it looks like those boards are taking the stain a little bit darker than the other boards that we got. So I'm thinking that I might have to stain those a couple of more times in order to get everything to match. So hopefully we can, you know, get it all together and it works out fine, because I think it's going to turn out great once we can actually finish the project.
Yeah, it'll be nice. What's that measurement now?
It is 6 3/4.
What do you mean 3/4?
3/4.
Of what? What is it?
It's that little line right there, Josh. Okay, just remember it's that little line.
Let's call it 3/4. It's fine.
Really?
Right.
All of the boards are dry after being stained, and we went ahead and got the 1/4 inch foam board put up in all the areas around the windows.
The reason why we put the foam board up, because around the windows we spray foamed everything, and then now what we have left is vertical wood with spaces in between. So we went ahead and put the foam board there because it is just a wall of windows and wood. So a little bit of foam board gives us a little bit more insulation.
So now we're ready to go ahead and get all of the stained boards put up to kind of frame out the windows.
Yep. These are the last two boards got cut bad like this.
I will go with you. Watch the ocean kiss the moon. Run away with me. Where the morning paints the sea.
So all the wood is up on the window wall. It looks amazing, but there's a lot of areas that need to be touched up everywhere that we cut the boards off. We didn't want to wait for the stain to dry. We also didn't want to get it all over our hands before we put it up. So we just put it up raw, and now I need to go back and restain a bunch of parts so everything matches.
While Aaron finishes staining, I'm gonna take you over to the water heater real quick. So we had a few of you guys reach out to us about the water heater installation last video, where we brought the PEX down to the water heater. You guys are saying we need 18 inches worth of metal pipe, and we looked into it. You guys are correct, and thank you for giving us a heads up. So we went out and bought a water heater installation kit. It's an 18-inch flex pipe, so we're gonna go ahead and attach this and make this thing correct. Good. So we'll pull these guys off real fast, retape everything, put these guys back on, have a fit, and it's gonna go up from here to there. So we'll make it work, and hopefully done next 5 minutes. This guy on. Come on. So let it fill up. We should be fine. We shouldn't have any leaks. The only spots I'm really worried about is at the joints where I taped it, but on the PEX pipe, no issues. We'll see. We should be fine though. If I let Aaron do it, but massive problem here.
If you let me do it, it would have been done right the first time. I'm done restaining everything. I got all of the inner edges done that go around the window, and I actually went back and I restained a lot of the front of the boards just to be sure that everything was going to match. So the last thing that we need to do today is get all of the plugs and switches taken care of. And luckily for me, I have the perfect guy for the job.
Who, me?
this was the first time, I think, in the entire process of the house build where we finished a project and I stepped back and looked at it and thought to myself that makes like zero difference.
You can't tell. You don't get the wow factor, I guess, when the sun's up, right?
Right, which I was surprised about, but I mean, that's the thing, and you guys probably noticed it just by, you know, watching and seeing how it was filmed. Like, you can't really see anything because that front window wall is so bright and there's so much light coming in that you don't see the wood grain, you don't see the wood, you don't notice anything except for the view outside. And once I thought about it, that's the whole point of it. You're not, like, the wood is not supposed to be the focal point of that wall. It's supposed to be the windows and the view that you have out there. But it was just interesting because that hasn't happened before.
No, but when the sun goes down, that's when you get the wow factor and it looks amazing.
Yes,
right?
That's when we really stepped back and we felt satisfied about the whole thing. It makes the whole room it looks bigger, and you can see how beautifully the windows are framed in. So that was a really good feeling.
And it's actually hard to see the devices too when the sun's up.
Yeah, you can't see
them
at all, which is nice because I have a thing about it. I don't really like when devices stick out anyways. So all in all, it looks good. It was definitely a different project.
Yes.
But now that is done, it means that we can move on and finish the next project.
Yeah, pretty much move everything out of our house we just moved into and do the floors.
Yes.
So,
which is going to be interesting because we've installed wood floors, but we have not actually finished wood floors, like with the whole like sanding and the staining and everything. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
It's gonna suck.
We'll take care of it.
We'll make it work. We always do. What else we got?
So that's pretty much it, guys. You may have noticed we got some new shirts up on Bunker Branding, also coffee mugs. I actually saw that some of you guys noticed that before we even announced it, and you guys went ahead and swooped some of those up already, which is pretty awesome.
Yep, thank you.
We appreciate that. And yeah, so check out Bunker Branding, and I guess that's it.
That's it, guys. Thank you.
See you next time.
See ya.